are you? I mean, you were involved with the first film, Five,
Yes.
and here you are raising awareness about mental illness.
our little
How did you
flavor of loves.
How did you get these amazing women to participate?
You know what? It's a lot of good relationships and a lot of people who care a lot about a cause that needs to have a lot of awareness put around it, and especially as of late. And it's just people, when they feel passionately about something, they'll just step up to the plate on a dime.
And you say especially as of late, headlines dominated by the Boston.
I know, we didn't, when we could have, we're trying to bang our heads about what we were going to do for the second round of Five, and this sort of came to us because so many people have been affected, or someone you know is affected, and then it all of a sudden just started to become our headlines.
Have you been touched through a friend or a family member? Everybody's been touched in some way by mental illness.
Absolutely. You can't avoid it. It's like, what is it, 1 in 5 adults?
Well, you look great. You look ready to step into a wedding dress. What can you tell us?
I don't have anything to tell you.
Are you excited?
Yeah, but this is exciting.
This is, congratulations. Because you are a busy working mama.
Yeah, it's starting up again, which is nice.
How are things going? Trying to balance and juggle everything.
Oh, I mean, it's great. My daughter is 14 months old right now, and it's amazing. Things are really fun.
It's already been over a year.
Yeah, and my son is 6, which is crazy.
How is this issue close to you? I mean, it has touched everyone in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the statistics are honestly staggering. 1 in 4 adults are touched by this illness directly, experiencing it themselves, and it's something that none of us escape ever. I mean, for me personally, I struggled with this after the birth of my first child. I had postpartum depression for 18 months that went untreated because I was so ashamed of the feelings that I was feeling, and if I had had a physical illness, I would have instantly gotten help. But because it was mental and because I thought it was me, when it wasn't me, I didn't get the help that I needed, and I'll never get that time back. And I just hope that if one person sees something like this and says, you know what, my sister needs help, or I need help, or something like that, it'll all be worthwhile.
It's great. It's weight raising awareness. I can't believe you dealt with that for a year and a half.
Yeah, it was insane. And just going through it again, having a child and not experiencing depression, it brings me so much joy to know that I didn't go through it again, but so much sadness that time got taken away from me and my son.
This film really raises awareness about mental disorders and mental illness. Have you ever had to deal with anyone you know, a friend or a family member, who's had mental illness?
Well, I think everybody's got a little touch of mental illness, but I think that's something that some of the segments examine. You know, what is it to be crazy? Call me crazy, call you crazy. We're all kind of crazy, and that it's also very serious, it's very painful for the people who are suffering from mental illnesses and their families around them. And I think there'll be a lot of different kinds of portraits shown tonight, maybe open up conversation about it.
You've been touched by it in a way that has been devastating. Why is it critical to raise awareness?
Well, because we need to know, and when we know what we're dealing with in life, you can better deal with things.
Yeah.
And again, it's so overlooked, and it's kind of like, I don't want to say swept under the rug, but it's there.
Yeah.
And when you know it's there and you're aware it's there, you can deal with the situation better, or you know what you're dealing with. You know how to identify these things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it was really important for me, and it actually coincidentally came to me. Bryce Dallas Howard thought of me for the project, and it was like, I was so honored when she thought of me for it. And then I told her that I have an organization called Love is Louder that I started about mental illness and self-esteem and bullying, and my struggles that I've gone through are really important to me. And so kind of doing this was almost therapeutic in a way, where I was like, wow, I mean, this is something that I really can connect with and I know how to deal with. And not exactly schizophrenia, but I feel like those connections really help a lot. And I think that the great thing about this project is it really gives a sense of hope and hopefully a connection to people that are suffering from a mental illness. They can watch this and really feel like, oh, I can get through it too, or I can connect with that in some way.
And your organization has helped so many people, but how has it also helped you?
it definitely has helped me. And I mean, it's kind of great because it's selfishly something that I do for myself, even though it's for other people. Like, I just get so much joy out of really just not focusing on myself for like a moment of my day and actually turning towards Love is Louder. But really, yeah, it's something I'm actually starting. We're doing a Love is Louder tour for the next 2 weeks. We're going across the country in an RV and speaking at different schools and incorporating the clubs into the schools. And I mean, I need to do that to just get away from this.
I've come across mental illness in my life. I haven't had a close someone in my life, but I mean, it affects so many people, and I know people who it's affected. So I see that side of it, and I've been a part of a couple of projects now that have dealt with this. So I've really researched up on it, and so it's great to just be a part of something.